really significant to global citizenship education is that we would share, I think, a conceptual understanding that it's all grounded in your own context and in the real practicalities of how you live. And so for me, that's based on culture. Establishing our own systems is important. So, for example, my children came through a preschool that we set up on the university grounds, and the university gave us permission and some land to build an educational centre that is based on our values. And even if it was a prefab, we started off with about a dozen children, and they were taught their philosophy through the Māori language. And through those preschool years, and then they start school at 5, and then all of us parents thought, oh no, we've now got to set up a school. And this should have the same recognition that the Ministry of Education schools have. So we need to convince the Ministry of Education that this is going to be worth funding, and the benefits are, you name all those benefits. And so us, same group of parents, then went to set up a school, and it was small and it needed to be listed as special character, and for a little while it was homeschooling. So we kind of followed our children through this pathway, and for many of the parents it was also their own informal learning happening at the same time as their children. Then after that primary education, again we have to go and set up a secondary school, and we follow our children all the way through. We actually call it, first of all, a language nest. So it has a Māori name called Kōhangareo. So that is, you're nested in the language and the philosophy of your elders and of your ancestors. And then when we move on to the school, it's schools that are based on the same philosophy, and so forth for high schools. We've even created universities as well. And so our children have come out, and choose my children in particular, they're very culturally grounded. They understand the rituals and processes. They've now become leaders in their own right. They are very fluent speakers, and as a result of that, they are often sought not just to help and be role models for other younger children coming through, but also as New Zealand ambassadors. So because they're culturally grounded and they're very familiar with our arts and our culture. And so that has happened, as I said before, through these formal means, but alongside that has also been this informal education happening for the parents. And we have many examples then where, in terms of the indicators of success, we may have different indicators. So not all of it is about that you achieved at this level and this level and this level, right? So that's really important. But our own cultural indicators would say, what this protocol is about. You can relate the stories of your ancestors. You can explain the meaning of this particular meeting house. You understand the spiritual dimensions that are important to keep your people safe. So we have a whole other range of cultural indicators that stand alongside what people would see as the educational indicators. And as I said before, once you're kind of secure in that identity, I think that it gives you a different grasp of the world. I might say the other thing to that is, because we built these schools on the university grounds, then university was just your next step. It wasn't like this big thing where, oh my gosh, I'm going to university, I've been accepted. It was, oh yep, I can do this. That was the experience of our children. I can do this, and that's where I'm going.